Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Ultimate Review. In this episode, you're going to get the most in-depth and unbiased review of the Boat Stone 1350. Yes, this is a speaker that was supposed to launch way back during the big billion days on Flipkart. For some strange reason, it didn't launch then, but however, it is available on Boat's official website now. But I would suggest you wait till it launches on Flipkart or wait till some offers come out when the prices are going to go down for sure. Anyway, if you do enjoy watching these episodes, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and please smash that like button if you do enjoy what you see. And after watching this review, if you do decide to pick up this speaker, please do so using the link of the speaker given in the description below to make your purchase. Alright, with that said, now let's get into the unboxing. So in the box, you get the aux cable, the USB-C charging cable, the user guide, warranty card, and of course, the speaker itself, which comes with its own carrying strap. Now let's go over the specs of this speaker. So it is a 30 watt RMS speaker, comes with Bluetooth version 5, has IPX6 water resistance. Boat claims it's got a playback time of 5 hours at 60% volume, which to be honest is quite disappointing, and it packs a 4000 mAh battery. Now it does have a power bank option because at the back you get the aux port, you get a USB port, but this is only to be used as a power bank option, so you cannot plug in your pen drive and play songs. And of course you get the USB-C charging port. Now the speaker also comes with true wireless stereo, so if you buy two Boat Stone 1350s, you can pair them and get true left and right channel separation, and that is definitely a good experience as I've tried out in the past with my other speakers. Now the build of this speaker is a mix of premium and a bit of rugged. So it's not as tough as the Boat Stone 1400, which I still believe is the toughest built speaker that Boat offers. But this feels good. The fabric all around feels good, and it's got a rubber strip on top which houses your multifunction control buttons and also has LEDs, which one of them light up during the pairing process and the other LEDs let you know how much battery you have left whenever you press the volume up or down button. Now it's got two radiators on either side, and in the front area, which is this portion, this is where it houses the main speaker driver units. So if you're sitting in front of this area, you're going to get the full range of the sound, whereas if you're sitting behind this, you will miss out on a bit of the range, the full range of the sound and the volume. So I wouldn't really say it offers 360-degree sound. I mean, that would have been possible if the drivers were placed on either side, but because they're placed on one side, it is a bit of directional sound. Now it does have rubber feet at the bottom, which keeps it really stable, and it absolutely does not move about on the table or any surface you keep it on. Even when you're playing at max volume and the bass is thumping, it doesn't matter because it doesn't move. Alright, so at the end of the episode, you're going to obviously get the sound test. I'm going to play 2 tracks at max volume, so you guys will judge and let me know. Let me give you my verdict, my feedback on how I felt the sound was produced by the Boat Stone 1350. Now you guys know, if you're an existing viewer, I never just say it's good sound or bad sound. I always give you in detail, and I judge any speaker based on how it produces the 3 frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear. The highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids, where the vocals are, making up for more or less the body of the music, and the low, or the bass, which we all love. Starting off with the highs, the Boat Stone 1350 produces very sharp highs. There is no way you're going to miss that. Very sharp, very audible, and fortunately, it doesn't get muffled or get mixed with the mid frequencies or get eaten up by the low end. Now, for some, you might think it sounds a bit too sharp, but it'll come down to your personal preference. If you wanted very audible and sharp highs, the Boat Stone 1350 gives you that. Now, one thing I found in a few tracks at max volume is that the highs would tend to crackle just a tad bit at the start of songs when there were no other frequencies being produced and it was just the high frequencies. At max volume, certain tracks did have a bit of crackling. Again, like I always say, this can be solved by reducing the volume, keeping it to around 70% or lower, and that crackling more or less goes away. It's not absent, but you can reduce it. It's not an excuse that shouldn't happen at all, but there is a way to work around it if you can sacrifice a bit of the volume. Now, talking about the mid frequencies or the vocals, again, vocals were also rendered very nicely. Very sharp vocals, very bright and upfront, maintained its separate lane, didn't get mixed up with the highs or the low end. But I felt that the vocals could have had a bit more depth. It could have had a bit more body, if that makes sense. So it has sharpness, which in my taste, I would say it's a bit on the sharper side. I would have preferred a bit more richness and a bit more body, which would have made it sound much more natural. So it's not bad by any means, but a bit more body would have made it sound even better. Now coming to the low end or the bass. This produces surprisingly good bass. Is it the heaviest bass that I've heard? No, but it produces sufficient amount of bass. It does have the thump. If automatically, I know you guys are going to think, how does it compare to the Boat Stone 1500 or the 1400? And I'm working on those reviews as well. Those ultimate comparisons are coming and I'll give you my verdict then. But in itself, talking about just the Boat Stone 1350, it definitely packs a good amount of bass, not tremendous amount of bass that's going to really rattle or shake your table, but it does have bass. It has sufficient bass and it produces that with good quality. So it doesn't sound muddy. Now, if you're a bass head and you expect a lot of bass from the 1350, you might be left wanting for a bit more. So not exaggerated amount of bass being produced by the 1350, but if the track has bass, it'll give you that bass. Not overwhelming bass. I would say out of 5, I would give the bass a 3.5. And in certain tracks, depending on how the track itself was balanced, maybe a 4 out of 5. So it's really good, but it's not the most bass that I've heard in a speaker. Overall, if I have to judge, I would say the highs, mids, lows sound very, very good. Highs and mids are really sharp. Like I said, for my taste, I would have preferred a bit of less sharpness in the vocals and a bit more body and richness there. That would have been perfect in my taste. So altogether, you can't go wrong. So it's a very well-rounded speaker. The build is good. The features are good. The only thing I'm worried about is the battery performance. So 60% volume gives you 5 hours, which is not great. So if you're going to be playing this at max volume all the time, I think you're going to be getting maximum of 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours maximum, not more than that. But it's not that you always would need to play it at max volume. So I think 70% is good enough for a small room. So keep those things in mind if you decide to pick up this speaker. So would I recommend this speaker? Definitely I would. It's got good features, it's got good build, and the sound is definitely good. Now you have to keep in mind these are not audiophile speakers. These are consumer grade, everyday use Bluetooth speakers. So there is a limit to how much you can expect from them. But if you keep that in mind, for any average listener, you would definitely love the sound. Anyway, an audiophile would not pick these speakers. But for everyday watching movies, listening to music, and small get-togethers, this is perfect. And if you get 2 of these and use True Wireless Stereo, then you can really get the party going, because then you'll get 30 plus 30, 60 watts of output, and that's going to be pretty loud. And the speaker gets pretty loud. It definitely does. So it does get my seal of buy with confidence. Anyway guys, so that has been my unbiased and ruthless review of the Boat Stone 1350. If there's anything I missed out and if there's anything else you want to know, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer those. For now, enjoy the sound test and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, if you do enjoy watching these reviews, please smash that like button, subscribe to PureCast 9, because many very exciting comparisons are coming with the Boat Stone 1350, and I'm sure you know what it's going to be compared to. So make sure you're subscribed for that. And as always, I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.
shadows creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.